What's up? My name is Filthy Casual. I am re-recording this video because it appears that my noise gate has been really cutting out my voice when I've been talking about these teams. So I'm going to try to speak louder and hopefully that my mic will pick it up. But either way, let's get right into it. This is going to be another best worst. This is on the Atlanta Hawks. And hey, man, you watched my video about predicting the Eastern Conference. You know that I have Trae Young and DeJounte Murray duo being a play-in team. Might be a bit suspicious considering they both managed to essentially drag their teams to the play-in by themselves last season. Together, the duo might be better. This seems to be a little bit suspicious to me just because, well, I don't believe in the rest of the roster, I guess. In the best case scenario, this team could be a top six seed. I think they could get into that six. The best case scenario you're looking for is DeJounte Murray being an offensive guard that can play off ball well with Trae Young because Trae Young is not an excellent off ball player. However, DeJounte Murray is not an excellent 3-point shooter. He's around 31, 32%. And with Trae Young, that might not necessarily be the best route. However, he is a good off ball cutter. And not only that, he's a great passer who shows good touch in the mid range. So if you get a nice little pick and roll with him and Trae Young, maybe they're, whoever's got ends up with the ball in their hand, they're going to make a good decision. Now, the reason that this personally doesn't have me super high on the Hawks, that the Hawks offense was already, burgeoning top 10 offense. Weren't necessarily top 10 last year. I think they were like 12, but their defense was 26th in the league, and that is not good. Dante Murray is a positive defender. Impact metrics have his defensive box plus minus between a 1 and a 2 roughly for his career, and he's shown steadily that he's been a solid defensive contributor. This is good, but not necessarily great. And I'm not saying it because DeJounte Murray, you know, the best defender in the league. Obviously, that's not the case. The main problem isn't that DeJounte Murray isn't a great defender. It's that the rest of the stuff that they offseason didn't necessarily, do anything. So if you look at their other offseason moves, they got AJ Griffin, their first round pick, who wasn't a good defender in college. Basically, all he did was do step back dribble 3-point shooters, and that's what his thing. So they got another 3-point shooter with questionable motor and defensive upside. Now, this isn't obviously a prediction on AJ Griffin or anything. I don't know crap about the guy. I read a couple of articles about him, and that's about it. Just so that I knew what I was talking about. Now, as far as their other offseason acquisitions, they got Frank Kaminsky as backup center. So, sure, not an excellent defensive center. And they got Aaron Holiday, who's a solid defensive contributor for sure. But Aaron Holiday is also not going to change your team defensive outlook. He's not his brother, right? Not this incredible lockdown defender like Drew. So, where does this leave the Hawks? Well, they're hoping for, in the best case scenario, Clint Capella doesn't have a bad year again and returns to his former self and up as a solid anchor to their defensive unit. They hope that John Collins is more engaged on the defensive end. And honestly, they're probably looking to Trae Young to at least put in some effort now that he doesn't have to be the sole bearer of the offensive load. I don't necessarily know if I believe that Trae Young has any willingness to do that. So, not that I think it would matter a huge amount, and I think that's why I won't, but I think that this Hawks in the team in the best case scenario is about a year away. So for this year, I think they can be a top 6 seed, maybe a second round out. I don't see them making a conference finals this year. I think the East is very strong. As far as their worst case scenario, I think they're actually a really solid team overall, and in the regular season will win games. I think I have them in that 7-8 spot, generally speaking. They could slip because, the Raptors are still good, the Bulls are still good. And if they come in lackadaisically into this season like they did last year, that could really bite them, and they could end up falling into the play-in and being, not, I don't think they'll lose in the play-in. I think they'll be better than I think Trae Young has shown me repeatedly as a Knicks fan that he is clutch and he will drag his team to the playoffs and get into one of those 8 spots. But I don't believe in them beyond that at this point in time. So that's another best worst video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully that the noise gate didn't completely kill my audio this time. I feel like I screamed, but thank you so much. And leave a comment. I haven't decided who to do the next best worst on. Probably not going to be the Jazz or the OKC because the best case for the Jazz is that they tank and they get Victor Wembanyama, and the worst case is that they tank and they don't get Victor Wembanyama. It's like, great video, cool, PogChamp, well done. So yeah, leave a comment if you want me to talk about any specific team. If not, that's cool. Thank you so much for watching the video to this point, and have a wonderful day.